We do have blind spots. It's not always nice to hear about your blind spots. Well, I don't like it always. Sometimes it takes courage. Now the other night I sat with my daughter and my wife and I said, okay, you've got freedom now to give me some feedback on what do you think I could improve. My daughter started off telling me things that's not okay. And I wanted to defend myself and she said, you want feedback or you want to defend yourself? I said, okay, I'll keep quiet. Speak, I'll listen. Because it's not always easy to receive feedback about things that we're not aware of. In our thinking, we're thinking that I'm actually not doing that. Because if I knew I was doing that, then you would have changed it. But that's like the gist of the matter when it comes to blind spots. They are blind spots because you can't see them yet. It's not to say they're not there. But what's also nice, what I find is that if you use a theoretical model, like the Johari's window, it's a theoretical model. Guys that sat and thought about how people behaved and what people do. Often I've found when I work with people is if I have a theoretical model and I can explain the theoretical model to you and you can start to interpret that theoretical model in your own life, then it becomes less threatening for you to think about yourself. Like the Johari's window. The theoretical model is something that lies there. It's not us. It's just something that someone has thought up. They've constructed it. They've conceptualized it. And when you use the theoretical model, it just acts like a kind of a paradigm, kind of glasses that you put on now to look at yourself. So you look at yourself through the theoretical model. And it helps you then to feel less judged. Like a microscope. You know, with a microscope what you can do is what is not visible with the naked eye. If you look through the microscope, you look at exactly the same thing, but it magnifies it so intensely that suddenly you can see things that if you look away, you can't believe what you're seeing. You know, you would look through the microscope and then you see all these little things moving there. And then when you look away, it's like, you can't see this. But when you look there, now you can see it again. So often I found that theoretical models or paradigms, thinking models, just helps us to think about ourselves. Even the personality analysis, it's something not judgmental about who you are. It's just a description, theoretical description of personality. And then when one reads that, it sort of gives you some info about yourself. You can see your blind spots without feeling judged. We don't operate very well when we're judged. We operate actually very poorly when we're judged. Most of the human response in most people, and even in myself, that I've found when we feel judged, is that it doesn't really help us. What actually helps us a lot is if we are loved. If we love, it's like we start to blossom. We come out of the cocoon. We want to live in this, whatever someone creates when they love us. We blossom, we become. We're in a constant process of becoming. But when we judge, the opposite happens. We withdraw, we tend to go inside, we tend to feel condemned, not loved, not good enough. The world is actually constructed on judgment more than on love. The world that you and I are exposed to. If you're a Christian, you pursue something else in a world that is hostile to what you're pursuing. This world is not very Christian friendly. We create oases where we can live what we believe in and what we hold dear. But in general, the world out there doesn't like you. Doesn't want you to be that. It actually wants you to judge and to condemn people and to condemn yourself. Much of the world is actually constructed around controlling people with fear and guilt. That's actually the way things work. But that's not really the atmosphere in which we grow. We grow through love. We grow through understanding ourselves. We grow through understanding other people. That's how we grow.